In this game check, I want to show you the Honor 8 compared to the OnePlus 3, because some of you might remind the comparison video, because at least here in Germany, Europe, we have the same price of $399, including tax without any contract for both. And they have a little different processor, as you remind, but on the other hand, it's always a little bit different when it comes to gaming and to real live features. So I want to show you this, and the advantage of that one here is in the background. You can see here the timer. We need to have at least 2 minutes of gaming time. And I'm really trying to force here the CPU and GPU by turning it quickly around. It doesn't mind on the game, of course, and it's not about gaming that Dead Trigger 2 game, because I'm not that good at this one. It's just a tool for me to have something to measure, and especially Dead Trigger 2 has the advantage that you have on at least all common platforms, like here this Kirin platform, or on the OnePlus 3 with the Qualcomm, it's supported the same way, and it's going with up to 60 frames per second. And that indeed really is fuel, liquid to say in game. In gamings, so more than 60 frames per second, I guess, at least at the moment, as far as I know, are not possible on mobile phones. So this would be the max, and you can reach this with the devices I've tested. So Dead Trigger 2 is not because it's a good game or something. I don't want to talk about that, and not my kind of gaming here. It's just about how is it doing, and that's why I'm doing these twist turns over here to have the processor stressed. And now we are here at about 2 minutes, and see here, these are the results of GameBench, as you can see here, and this is what it comes to frame rate. So you can see, except just one thing on the beginning and one frame here, almost at 60 frames per second during the complete time, and especially show this one here, just the CPU at 19%. So it's kind of idling thumbs in the background here. Unfortunately, we do not have any data about the GPU because it's a Mali. So at the moment, GameBench seems is not possible to do that. But the most important thing is these 60 frames per second to show you, okay, with the Honor 8, you can have games on top quality. There is, as far as I know, not much more possible here in the framing segment like this Dead Trigger 2. And here we're doing the same thing. Let's go to GameBench and start Dead Trigger anew on the very same stage, and stop it. It seems as if I've been a little bit too heavy here. Let's start once more. No. Yeah, here's a problem. Here's the game. Let's start GameBench anew. Start Dead Trigger from here on, and here we are. No? Well, why not? Let's take it this way, no problem. Okay, here we are at the same stage, and to say it explicitly, of course, it's the maximum quality of the gaming performance here. So of Dead Trigger 2, I have set to max, so you can see, for example, on these little details here. So it's really something to do for the processor and especially for the graphics unit. Let's come like this one over here. Yeah, as you might have seen in the in the comparison video of Honor 8 versus OnePlus 3 I've already done. There are some slight differences, but let's see now how it's doing in this game, because this is the most kind of, let's say, real test I can present to you, and especially thanks to GameBench. We have the chance, you see here once more, runtime at the moment 1 minute. We have to have some 2 minutes at least. Normally, let's say 10 minutes or 15 minutes are better. But for this video, we have to save a little your time and my time. So I'm trying it in 2 minutes, and I've seen on the Honor 8, nevertheless, it has been at a good 60 frames per second average. And I hope we come to the same results here. So once more, some quick turns here to stress the hardware and software with doing that. And let's see what happens here. So, and go a little bit on to have some more movement here. And 2 minutes, here we are, just let's come to this one. Okay, and stop here and see the stats. Yeah, well, I've done this before, you see here, that's coming because at the beginning I was a little late, but let's say, or trust me, or I can show you that there are some more, I've cleared them, sorry. I'm sorry for that, but I have had some, no, I didn't want to do that. I have had some sessions over here. Let's see, like this one. Here we have had 59 frames per second. This is just some seconds here. This was 60 frames per second. And there was another one with 4 minutes 59. So you see, it's, I guess, kind of 59 point whatever frames per second. And also here you see just 19%. So what I want to show you is that, and by the way, you see here GPU 61 because this is an Adreno CPU. So this is compatible to GameBench. So you see here, GPU has a lot more to do than the CPU. Nevertheless, both devices, the Honor 8 as well as the OnePlus 3, come to almost the max at 59, 60 frames per second. So coming to gaming qualities, both are really top. You can't go for more at the moment, at least as far as I know. I have never seen a device with more than 60 frames per second as a phone these days. I hope I could help you a little bit with this quick GameBench here. Thanks for watching. Take care and bye.